drugs are so readily available in our society. In Glasgow in particular, it's as many fast food chain restaurants as there are, it's quicker to order drugs than it is a pizza, and that's an actual fact. We live in a society where rather than dealing with actually what's going on, it's much easier to take a substance to deal with the pain, which is also inherently wrong. Statistically, if you grow up in a poorer area, you're 17 times more likely to become a drug addict. That's just because of where you were born or where you've grown up. That's not your fault. It's a societal problem. I definitely don't believe I was born with some, hereditary set of DNA that determined that I was going to be a drug addict. But I did grow up in the right environment that made me believe that I was worthless and useless, and the only way I could find out, the only way I could find any healing at that point was to use drugs to take me all away from it. I do stuff like this all the time, and if you read some of the comments, it's awful what people say to me. But thankfully, I don't really look at it too much anymore. But I talk about an area that's so demonized and stigmatized because we blame the individual for the addiction. And as I said, it's a multifaceted issue. It's not just the individual's fault. Yes, I chose to take drugs, but also I chose to take drugs because I didn't have any other option. I didn't know I could go to therapy or I could talk to someone about it. I didn't realize that I could talk about I didn't even know what an adverse childhood experiences was, or trauma or suffering. I didn't know what any of those things were. So there's a lack of education around addiction and obviously recovery as well. But I chose to use drugs, but morally it wasn't the decision that I chose lightly.
If you're wondering where this clip came from, check out our YouTube channel, People Are Deep.